and Valentino's.
It's time for the Peru State College Kickoff Show with a game preview, coaches' interviews, keys to the game, and the starting lineups. Here is the voice of Bobcat football, Doc Wininger and Daryl Obermeyer.
Hello, Bobcat fans. This is Doc Wininger, the voice of the Peru State College Bobcats. After last week's 24-10 loss to number 2 nationally ranked Baker, Peru State finds themselves in a very difficult situation. They're 1-4 on the season, 0-3 in the Heart of America Athletic Conference, and tied for last place in the conference with Culver Stockton College. Today they play the Yellow Jackets of Graceland University. Graceland comes into the game 2-3 and 1-2 in the HAC. A big question facing the Bobcats is which Graceland team will they play? The team that lost 41-0 to Baker 2 weeks ago, or the team that beat Culver Stockton 45-0 last Saturday? In their first 4 games, Graceland gave up an average of 35 points per game before pitching the shutout against Culver Stockton last week. Peru State has been a good first-half team this year, having outscored their opponents 48-40 in the opening stanza this year. However, due to the number of injuries depleting their depth, the Bobcats were missing 6 starters for last week's Baker game. The team has worn down in the second half of games this season. In the first 5 games, the Bobcats have been outscored 83-23 in the second half. Last year's 21-7 win was a defensive battle for the Bobcats as they held Graceland to only 9 first downs and 5 rushing yards on 25 attempts. The game was sealed with less than 2 minutes to go as former linebacker Curtis Larson scooped up a fumble and ran it back 79 yards as Graceland was driving for the tying score. Will today's game be a different defensive game, or will this be the day that the vaunted Bobcat running game finally gets untracked? We'll be back to take a closer look at today's game after this timeout. You are listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Hey, it's Shopko, and your last chance to get in on the lowest prices of the season sale. Get to Shopko through Saturday to save 60% on all Halloween costumes and decor. That's scary low prices. Get a 2-pack of Envision Studio Women's Magic Mini Gloves for only $188. And just in time for fall, all jeans for the entire family are on sale, starting at $988. It's the last days to save at Shopko's lowest prices of the season sale. Don't miss it. Charmin 12 Double or 6 Mega Roll bath tissue, only $588. And just $888 for a Studio A 12-inch ceramic fry pan in multiple colors. This is your last chance of the year for the lowest prices of the season sale at Shopko. It all ends Saturday. Visit Shopko, Shopko Hometown, or Shopko.com before it's over.
More Bobcat sports coverage is at B103.FM.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl, Peru, Nebraska. Doc Wininger here, and I'm joined by Daryl Obermeyer. And Daryl, let's talk a little bit about the scene for this afternoon's day. This is an absolutely phenomenal day in the Oak Bowl.
Well, it really is. The Oak Bowl's new where we're sitting and down on the field, but across from us, it's still just like the old Oak Bowl. The oranges and yellows are just starting to show up with the fall color, and it is a great day, 55 degrees right now. It started out at 29 this morning, kind of a frosty morning, but now 55 degrees, southeast wind at 5, shouldn't have a big effect on the game. And it's a dry air, only 40% humidity, so it's going to be a great day for the teams to play.
Well, you're looking around at that foliage and just a nice assortment of colors on the far side, and that was really filled in through the years. I remember as a kid here in the 60s sneaking down to the games from that side from Oak Hill, and you could actually sit on the hill over there and watch a game, but not anymore, as that is solid foliage on the far side of the Oak Bowl.
Well, yeah, it really had. It's really filled in. It's come down. Plus, the fact the stadium with the retaining wall, we've lost that parking area on the other side, and so it goes from the retaining wall right into the fall foliage.
And we've lost that giant P State on the east side of the bank there, as well as the ditch that was one of the biggest mosquito holes in southeast Nebraska.
Well, and also back when I did the chain, there's a lot of times the balls would go out of bounds and roll into the creek, and you bring a muddy, wet football back to the field even on a dry, sunny day. So.
Well, we may not have a lot of students here this afternoon as we talk about the scene here in front of us as it's fall break for the Bobcats, and a lot of the students have gone home. Well, that's a look at the scene for this afternoon's game, and we'll be back to take a look at Graceland University after this timeout. You are listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
It's fall.
Okay, we are great, guys.
Get those last things done on the honey-do list.
Burr Farms Machinery rents everything you need to help get them done a little easier, including high lift equipment, skid steers, trenchers, mini excavators, and acreage equipment with attachments. Rent for a half day, full day, week, or month, and delivery is available. See Burr Farms Machinery west of Dunbar along Highway 2 for all your equipment rental needs.
When you compare cost per head per day, Crystalix stands alone. More and more beef producers are discovering the economic benefits of Crystalix brand supplements available at Leroy Abel Farms in Auburn. When you compare the cost of Crystalix with its limited daily intake to other supplement options, Crystalix stands alone. With numerous formulations, extensive research, and labor-saving convenience, Crystalix supplements make good economic sense. Do the math and calculate your cost per head per day. Get results by the barrel with Crystalix brand supplements available at Leroy Abel Farms in Auburn.
Now, back to Doc and Daryl on the gridiron for more Peru State football on B103.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Doc Wininger and Daryl Obermeyer here. Let's take a look at our opponent today, which is Graceland University. As I mentioned in the opening, Graceland is 2-3 on the season overall, 1-2 in the HAC. Now, the wins are against Culver Stockton, 45-0, and then Bethany in the KCAC Challenge, 35-29. Their losses are to Grandview, who's a top 10 team, Mid-American Nazarene, and Baker, who's ranked second in the nation. So they've had a couple of tough teams they've had to play. The last winning season for the Yellow Jackets was 2007 when they were 6-4. They were 1-10 last season and 7-26 over the past 3 seasons. Now, on the offensive side of the ball, Graceland likes to spread it out and throw it, but their highest national ranking is 36th in passing offense, averaging 22 points per game. Rayshawn Brown is a name you're going to hear called several times this afternoon. He is 12th nationally with 103 yards per game, 531 total yards. And Daryl, he's had more yards per game than the Bobcats' passing offense has. He has 31 catches with 5 touchdowns, 16.5-yard average per catch. Last year, he had a 50-yard touchdown pass against Peru State, but he only ended up with 4 catches for 65 yards, and that was on the opening drive of the game. So the Bobcats did a nice job of keeping him in check after that opening drive. Johnny Williams also has 19 catches for 304 yards and 2 touchdowns. Quarterback Miles King, who's a junior college transfer, he's from San Francisco, California. He has a 51% completion rate. He has 8 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, so he really takes care of the ball pretty well. And running back Mathis Thomas at 58 yards per game is the leading rusher for Graceland. Now, they are number 25 in the nation in rushing defense at 137 yards per game. They're giving up 28 points per game, even with the shutout last week. After 5 games, only 4 players with more than 20 tackles, which is kind of unusual when you think about it. That means there's only 4 players averaging 4 tackles a game. So, they've really spread that out. Linebacker Billy Went is the leading tackler with 42 total tackles. So he is by far and away the leading tackler. Travion Billings, also a linebacker, has 32 tackles, including 6 tackles for a loss and 4 sacks. So a third of his tackles have been behind the line of scrimmage. Defensive backs Austin Folson and Marcus Zweifel each have more than 20 tackles in only 4 games each. Now, C.J. Counts has 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery, and James Morning also has 2 interceptions for the Yellow Jackets. That's going to be a battle of the Codys on special teams. Their punter is Cody Thornton. He averages 42.7 yards per punt and is 6th nationally. Thornton's also 4 of 5 on field goals. He does all the kicking. So a couple of Codys we're going to see.
Well, and you talked about that shutout over Culver Stockton last week, but when you actually look at the statistics on that game, Culver Stockton only had about 40 yards less in total offense. They had only 1 less first down. Culver Stockton was 3 out of 17 on third down conversions, and they did go for a 4th down conversion and made it. But the big thing is they threw 4 interceptions. And so even though their stats weren't that much different than Graceland, they were shut out by Graceland. But it's a little bit misleading that maybe Graceland look a little bit better than what they really are.
Well, my understanding is that game was 13-0 at the half, and then Culver Stockton had a little bit of a meltdown on the road. This is a tough conference to play on the road, and my understanding is a little bit of a meltdown for the Wildcats out of Culver Stockton in that second half.
Well, yeah, it appears that way, and hopefully, since it's tough to play on the road, Peru State will have the advantage here in the Oak Bowl today.
Kind of an interesting stat here, Daryl. 7 different players have returned kickoffs for Graceland this year, and the average for the team is only 15 yards a kickoff return. So it doesn't look like they have shown the ability so far to bring the ball back a long way and flip the field. That was one of the things both Missouri Valley and Baker had such fast kickoff returners that when they got the ball, you were afraid of what was going to happen.
Yeah, that's right. You have to wonder if they pass it around that much. Are they having difficulty finding the right man? Are they having some injury problems? And, yeah, you want to be able to stick with your main guy or two.
Now, you look at the coaching staff. Head coach Jeff Douglas is in his 4th year as the head coach. 20 of his 24 years of coaching have been at Graceland. He did coach for several years at I-35 High School, which is in Lamoni, where Graceland is located in Iowa. He was a 4-year letter winner at Graceland from 79 to 83, was all-conference in both football and baseball, was second nationally in interceptions his senior year. Now, one of the interesting coaches here, Daryl, is Alan Dykens. He's been at Graceland 8 years, 6 as the defensive coordinator, but he took a break from Graceland from 2008 to 2011. He was the head coach at Central Methodist, another team here in the Heart of America Athletic Conference, and went back to Graceland. So that's got to be an interesting situation when those teams play.
Well, it really does, especially now we're getting far enough away you don't have those players anymore. But I would think the first year or two has certainly given Central Methodist a little fire in that game to see their coach went back up the road a ways. So,
offensive coordinator is Clayton Braddock, who's in his 8th season at Graceland. His second is the offensive coordinator, and he likes to spread it out and throw it. And so we're going to see the ball around this afternoon. Should be a defensive battle. Graceland and Peru State, depending on how you look at it, they're toward the bottom of the conference in scoring, but also pretty good in scoring defense. So expecting a low-scoring battle this afternoon between the Bobcats and the Yellow Jackets. Well, that's a look at Graceland University, and we'll be back to take a look at Peru State after this timeout. You listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
You drive a car, you own a home, and you need insurance on both. So why not see if you can save money in the process? I'm Brent Harson of the B. Harson Agency. When you insure both your home and auto with American Family Insurance, you may qualify for a substantial money-saving discount. Interested? Call me, Brent Harson, at the B. Harson Agency today at 402-269-3392.
Well, I finally improved my credit score.
What? The band is about to be discovered. Rock gods don't need to worry about credit scores. We're supposed to think about how many guitars we've smashed, make ridiculous on-tour requests, tragically break up and blame creative differences.
Yeah, I'm not banking my retirement on a band that's never left your garage.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Bobcat Football, today's best country, B103.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Doc Wininger and Daryl Obermeyer before the Graceland University game. It's time to take a look at Peru State this week. As we mentioned, they're 1-4 on the season, 0-3 in the HAC, 1-3 in the new Oak Bowl. As for their first 5 games, actually 5 of their first 6 here at home, tied for last in the league with Culver Stockton. It's been a year of struggle for the Bobcat offense. They've scored 68 points in the first 5 games, which makes them 82nd nationally out of 88 teams. Morningside is averaging 70 points every time they play a game. So they've scored more in almost every game than the Bobcats have scored all season. Good thing we don't have the Mustangs or Morningside on the schedule this year. They're 82nd in total offense, 86th in pass offense, 79th in first downs, and last in the conference in all of those categories. So hoping to get the offense on track this afternoon. Quarterbacks are averaging 38% completion rate for 77 yards per game. As I mentioned, Rayshawn Brown has 103 yards a game himself for Graceland this afternoon. And the top 3 receivers are all running backs out of the backfield from this Vera offense. 4 interceptions, only 1 touchdown for Bobcat quarterbacks this fall. The 14th nationally in opponent first downs, the Bobcat defense is. So that's pretty good. The Bobcat D hasn't given up a lot of drives, but they've given up a lot of big plays this year. Shane Lloyd with 44 tackles is 18th nationally with 9.5 tackles for a loss. 2 sacks for a total of minus 53 yards. Also has an interception, but not a good sign necessarily. The next 3 tacklers are all defensive backs. Briar Burr, Cody Sullivan, and Logan Pabin all have at least 27 tackles, all have an INT each. And Elijah Hawkins is really coming on, freshman linebacker out of Omaha North. He has 24 total tackles in only 3 games. That's more tackles than 5 of the starters who have played in all 5 games. Cody Sullivan dropped this week from 4th to 11th in punting. He had a lot of short field punts last week as the Bobcats were trying to pin Baker deep. Logan Pabin's 18th nationally in punt returns and also has 26-yard average on kickoff returns. And Greg Connery is 6 of 9 on field goals and 6 of 6 at PATs. His 35-yarders, the longest of the season. Well, that's what we have to say about the Bobcats. Let's see what head coach Steve Schneider has to say.
225 pounds, number 28, Aaron Smith. And that quarterback, a junior, 6'2", 210 pounds, number 12.
Are you or someone you care for downsizing or moving to town but need affordable housing? Prairie Hill Senior Townhomes in Syracuse could be your home. 2-bed, 1-bath, covered porch, and attached garage, all on one level. Appliances, including stackable washer-dryer, provided. Best of all, maintenance, lawn care, and snow removal are done for you. Ask about 19 and up 1-bid housing at Westview Manor Apartments. Contact Syracuse Housing Authority for income qualifications. They offer an equal housing opportunity.
Follow B103 on Facebook and Twitter for live scores and more coverage of the Peru State Bobcats.
All right, now here's that interview with head coach Steve Schneider for the Bobcats. We're talking with head coach Steve Schneider before the Graceland University game here in the Oak Bowl this afternoon. And coach, a little bit healthier today. Got some players back on offense. Hopefully, going to help out a little bit.
Yeah, we have both Shepard back and Aaron Smith and his quarterback fullback duo there. So we're excited about that. Bo's had a good week of practice, as had Aaron, and we feel we have a solid game plan and. I think we can get a push up front and get some things established offensively to help our defense out a little bit. But our defense, those guys are fun to watch, and they're playing lights out, and they just get after it. So hopefully we can kind of add to that today on the other side of the ball.
Speaking of your defense, the Graceland offense may be a little bit different offense than you've seen so far this year with the spreading it out. We've seen a lot of balanced offenses who, when they were unable to run against you, then took to the air. But Graceland, from what I've seen in the stats, looks like a pass-first team.
You're exactly right, Doc. They have some outstanding receivers and, pretty good-sized offensive line. I think you got a JUCO quarterback in there that seems to distribute the ball and get it where it needs to go. But, yeah, they want to throw the ball first and run it second. And, we're going to need to keep it in front of us and get a little pressure on them.
Lost several seniors off of last year's defense, but this year's defense has really been tough up front. One of the top people in the country, tackles for loss, Shane Lloyd, John Drager, having another a good year. In the DBs, you finally have a little bit of experience back there with Logan Pabin and Cody Sullivan, Briar Burr, but it's been a pretty stout defensive unit so far.
No, yeah, our defense is, we're predicated on one stop in the run, and we do a pretty good job of that and force the teams to be a little one-dimensional and throw the football. And we at least have experience back in the secondary. Cody Sullivan, Logan Pabin are all conference honorable mention guys, got a year's experience underneath their belt, and playing pretty good football. Briar Burr's been a 2-year starter, and Darvell Collins replaced Tyler Audsley when we went to offense. Is just a pretty good athlete. So we're strong up front with our front seven and improved in the secondary, and we just got to keep on working the plan.
Elijah Hawkins, actually one of the leading tacklers, even though I think only 3 games that he's recorded tackles, and he's risen to the top pretty quickly.
Yeah, Elijah, we just, if you just look at him on the street, you would kind of raise your eyebrow and say, boy, is he that good a football player? But let me tell you, he gets after it. A young man out of Omaha North, state championship football team, Shrine Bowl player. He just has a nose for the football, and he's pretty instinctive, does some things that you really can't coach, and, we're glad he's on our team.
Talking with head coach Steve Schneider. We'll be back with more with Coach Schneider after this. This is Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency, who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information. A public service announcement brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Download the free B103 app in the iTunes Store or Google Play to listen to live coverage of the Peru State Bobcats.
We're back with head coach Steve Schneider. And, Coach, you mentioned it's fall break here this afternoon, so maybe not quite as many students in the Oak Bowl this afternoon.
No, probably not. Students get a chance to get away for a little while. I don't blame them. We're giving our guys Sunday and Monday off after today, so it's probably a good thing for us because it's kind of with no open dates in your schedule, it's kind of a grind. But, we get great community support. Boosters come out and support us. We've got a great parent following. Kind of see them tailgating right now. So we're real appreciative of the support that we do get from the community, from our alum, from the boosters, and certainly the student body as well. But it will be a beautiful day to play. So we're excited about the opportunity to go out and represent ourselves well and represent the school in a positive manner.
5 of the first 6 games have been at home in the Oak Bowl, and after this week, we're on the road for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I can go to Benedictine next week and Abilene next week, but we end up with 7 home games this year and 4 on the road, and we're excuse me, we're just lucky that we have the facility that we have, and are fortunate to have the facility that we have, and everybody kind of raves about it on game day, but I'm telling you what, from a practice perspective, it's a godsend. I sometimes wake up when it's raining in the morning and go, God, what are we going to do at practice? Oh, we got turf. We don't have to worry about it anymore. So it's just real user-friendly, to say the least. But we'll play hard today.
Today playing Graceland University, and since we've entered the league, the games with Graceland have been extremely competitive. Last year's game came down to a fumble return by Curtis Larson to save the game. Final was 21-7, but with only about 2 minutes left in the game, it was 14-7 Bobcats, and Graceland driving, and Curtis Larson scooped up a fumble, ran it 71 yards for a touchdown. But for whatever reason, it seems like no matter what the records, no matter what the setting, this has been a pretty competitive series with Graceland.
Yeah, it really has. Coach Douglas does a good job with his program, and Graceland usually has some fairly talented athletes, particularly at the skilled positions, and just been a fun game to play. And I think they lead the series on us 2-1 since we joined the league, so hopefully we can turn that around today.
We've been talking with head coach Steve Schneider. Good luck today against the Yellow Jackets.
Thanks, Doc.
All right, we'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
High school seniors, October is Nebraska State College System Month. Visit Chadron, Peru, or Wayne State College during October and be eligible for an $800 book scholarship or a new iPad. Discover the many opportunities our colleges offer. Go to www.nscs.edu/visit to schedule a campus visit at Chadron, Peru, or Wayne State College. That's nscs.edu/VISIT. The Nebraska State College System. 3 colleges, thousands of opportunities.
How many times are your kids asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? No matter what the answer, a college education will likely play a big part. Statistics show that children who grow up with savings accounts are 6 times more likely to attend college. At Arbor Bank, we offer starter savings accounts for kids under the age of 20. Savings accounts are a great way to get them headed down the right path. It's never too early to start saving for the future at Arbor Bank. Arbor Bank, helping you grow. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Download the free B103 app in the iTunes Store or Google Play to listen to live coverage of the Peru State Bobcats.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Doc Wininger here. Here's today's starting lineups for the Bobcats. A few changes today due to some injuries. Their tackles at left tackle is Joe Hobart, the sophomore out of Wichita. Right tackle, Bo Godwin from Cottonwood, Arizona. He's a senior. Your guards, Hayden Krautner, the sophomore out of Ralston, will start at left guard. And the sophomore out of Council Bluffs, Doug Kelsey, starts at right guard. Your center is the senior, Matt Miners. He's from Benson High School. Your wide receivers this afternoon, John Frink, the sophomore from Hooper, Nebraska, played at Logan View. And A.J. Floodman from Norris is the other wide receiver. He's a freshman. Quarterback Bo Shepard comes back today, the junior from Gretna. He in the backfield will be at full strength with the starters. Your halfbacks will be Nate Trombley, the junior from Lincoln Southeast, and Marcus Spearman, the senior from Platte Center, Missouri. The fullback will be Aaron Smith, the leading rusher for the Bobcats from Houma, Louisiana, is back playing this afternoon. Tight end Andrew Robinson, the freshman from Imperial Beach, California. On defense, your ends are Darion Richardson and Alan Barnes. Richardson from Belleville, Illinois, and Alan Barnes from Elmwood Murdoch. Your nose tackle is Brian Bell, the freshman from Imperial. Your linebackers, Nevada Harlan from Maize, Kansas. Elijah Hawkins, we talked about earlier, from Omaha North. Buckback is Shane Lloyd from Ridgecrest, California. And Jason Park, the freshman, is the roverback also from Ridgecrest, California. Justin Barnes gets his first start today at strong safety. He's from Tallahassee, Florida. Cody Sullivan, the senior from Norris, is the free safety. And your corners, Darbell Collins, the sophomore from St. Louis, and Logan Pavin, the junior from Columbus Lakeview. We'll be back with our keys to the game after this timeout. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Hey, it's Shopko, and your last chance to get in on the lowest prices of the season sale. Get to Shopko through Saturday to save 60% on all Halloween costumes and decor. That's scary low prices. Get a 2-pack of Envision Studio Women's Magic Mini Gloves for only $188. And just in time for fall, all jeans for the entire family are on sale, starting at $988. It's the last days to save at Shopko's lowest prices of the season sale. Don't miss it. Charmin 12 Double or 6 Mega Roll Bath Tissue, only $588. And just $888 for a Studio A 12-inch ceramic fry pan in multiple colors. This is your last chance of the year for the lowest prices of the season sale at Shopko. It all ends Saturday. Visit Shopko, Shopko Hometown, or Shopko.com before it's over.
Back to more Bobcat football on today's best country, B103.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Doc Wininger, we had that beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Now it's time for our keys to the game. First key to the game is, can the Bobcats generate some offense? Offensive stats have been less than anticipated this year, and injuries have taken a toll at the offensive line and quarterback position. It's the same key every week. We always start with that key, but right now the Bobcats in the bottom 10 in every offensive category in the nation, and that will continue to be a key until the offense can put some points on the board and take that pressure off the defense. Second key to the game is, can the Bobcat defense contain the Graceland passing game? Rayshawn Brown, one of the best receivers in the nation, a 50-yard touchdown catch against the Bobcats last year. And Miles King, who originally was at Central Methodist and then transferred to JUCO, very accurate quarterback. 8 TDs, only 1 INT, but minus 88 yards rushing thus far. So the Bobcats will try to put pressure on him and flush him. He's averaging 33 passes a game this season. Bobcats have to avoid the big plays of Rayshawn Brown and Johnny Williams. Each has a 63-yard touchdown catch this season. And the Bobcats, third key is, can they play 4 full quarters of football? They've outscored their opponents 48-40 in the first half and have been outscored 83-23 in the second half. So they need to get some underclassmen to step up to give them some depth. Well, that's our keys to the game, and we'll be back with the kickoff after this timeout. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
No more stuck windows. No more peeling paint. Syracuse Lumber now carries Simonton Assure vinyl replacement windows boasting classic designs and easy-to-use features. A beautiful way to accent your home. Simonton Assure comprehensive warranty covers vinyl, hardware, screens, and insulating glass units so your investment is protected. And with advanced thermal efficiencies, you'll save a bundle on heating and cooling costs. See Simonton replacement windows at Syracuse Lumber.
Let Eastern Associates show you why auctions are a forerunner in marketing property across the nation. Auctions are an aggressive marketing process with competitive bidding that achieves fair market value, all within a time frame you decide. See us on the web at goeaster.com.
Peru State Bobcat football is on the air on the exclusive home of Peru State Athletics, B103, B103.FM, and on your smartphone or tablet. We send you to the gridiron for live play-by-play with the voice of Bobcat football, Doc Wininger and Daryl Obermeyer.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Peru State College versus Graceland University this afternoon. The Yellow Jackets win the toss and defer to the second half, so Peru State will get the ball to start the game. Before we get started, the teams have not quite taken the field yet. I would like to wish a very happy birthday to Patricia Blessing of Murray, Nebraska. She is celebrating the undisclosed anniversary of her 39th birthday this afternoon. Happens to be the mother of our producer, the real Gio. So happy birthday, Patricia Blessing. Also happy birthday to Ryan Zolke's grandmother. Ryan Zolke for the Bobcats is a sophomore defensive lineman from Sterling, and his grandmother is celebrating her 87th birthday here at the Oak Bowl this afternoon. Well, if you have anything special you want to announce, tell us you're listening. We are at hashtag B103 Bobcats, or it's Bobcat fans at B103.FM. Give us an email and tell us where you're listening from. We will get you on the air. So, teeing it up for Graceland is going to be Cody Thornton from Chula Vista, California. And Logan Pabin will be back deep for the Bobcats, along with, I believe that's Malik Pittman, who's going to be back with him, and it is the freshman from Omaha West Side. We are about ready to start a game, and absolutely a fabulous, perfect afternoon in the Oak Bowl.
Yeah, the captains for today's team for Peru State that were out in the field at Toyn Cost are Tyler Ford, Matt Miners, Isaiah Spears, and Shane Lloyd.
So, Cody Thornton, the Graceland Cody, we were talking about the kickers on both teams named Cody. He will tee it off. Not much wind this afternoon. He approaches it, and he drives that ball deep. Malik Pittman catches it in the corner of the end zone, goes out of bounds in the end zone. Bobcats will start this drive. First down and 10 on their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, Graceland, Billy Rent of Bethany, Missouri, Austin Fulson of Olathe, Kansas, Dave Edmondson of Avon Park, Florida, and Mathis Thomas of Orlando, Florida were the team captains.
Mathis Thomas, the leading rusher for the Yellow Jackets. We'll be calling his name this afternoon. Well, the Bobcats come out, veer formation, fullback and two running backs, wing backs. Wide receiver split to each side. Underneath center is Bo Shepard. He turns the ball, keeps it, and it's going to be a loss of about 3 or 4 on first down. As taking him down for Graceland was Austin Folson, the senior out of Olathe, Kansas. So first down is a loss of 3. It'll be second down and 13 for the Bobcats at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, Peru State's only averaged 204 yards offense per game in the 3 conference games they've had. They've struggled quite a bit this year.
Averaging less than 3 yards per carry, which is tough out of that running offense of the Veer. Now, Aaron Smith has it. He's back to the original line of scrimmage, gets a little bit more out to about the 28-yard line.
Run down on the play by
tackle on the play was Billy Wendt, who's from Bethany, Missouri. So the Bobcats looking at third down and 7.
28-yard line of Peru State.
Yeah, coming into today's game, Aaron Smith has 211 yards, or 206 yards in that on rushing.
Back to pass is Shepard in the shotgun formation, and nice catch by Frank on the far sideline, but he goes out of bounds 1 yard short of the first down. It was a great catch by Frank, but the Bobcats will not convert. So Cody Sullivan will be in for the Bobcats. And dropping back for Graceland is going to be C.J. Counts, the sophomore from Pahokee, Florida. He will stand at about his own 30-yard line by the time he's done backing up. Continues to back up, Daryl, all the way now back to the 25. Started at the 35-yard line. He's now backpedaling. He's still backpedaling back to the 24 where he finally stops. Cody Sullivan's punt is a low driving punt, and he takes it at the 21-yard line. Cuts to the near side to the 30, cuts back, and he's going to go down. He reversed field and lost some yardage there. And I believe for the Bobcats, getting credit for the tackle will be Alan Barnes.
Tackled by number 18, Darvell Collins.
So 13-19. They actually give it to Darvell Collins. 13-19 on the clock, and Graceland starts on their own 31-yard line.
Yeah, he had the ball out to about the 34-yard line and cut reverse field and tried to get around behind some blockers and actually end up losing back to the 31.
So Peru State goes on defense for the first time this afternoon as Graceland.
Quarterback, number 5, Miles King.
Miles King, the quarterback. They come out in a single back situation, and King in shotgun formation, 2 receivers split. Turns around and hands the ball to Mathis Thomas, and no gain on the play. Taken down, I guess they give him a yard, Daryl, but taken down by the middle of that Bobcat line. I think probably it's going to be Brian Bell is going to be in on the tackle.
45.
And Elijah Hawkins gets credit for the tackle. We talked about him in the pregame show. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Yellow Jackets.
That's his 25th tackle now in the season for the Bobcats. As Doc mentioned in the pregame show, this is only his 4th game he's played in for Peru State.
Now I-back behind Miles King. He steps up, changes the play, in the pistol, gets the call, now turns and hands it again. And great tackle coming up closing by Cody Sullivan after a gain of about 3 out to the 35. It's going to be 3rd down and about 6 for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Cody Sullivan's had a really good game the last couple of weeks. That's his 38th tackle on the season and first tackle for this afternoon.
So 3rd down for the Yellow Jackets.
Gain of about 3 on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Defense getting their call from the sideline. Now going down as we go under 12 minutes here in the first quarter.
Peru State had a 3rd and 6, or 3rd and 7, didn't make it. Graceland a 3rd and 6.
Here comes the Bobcat blitz, and King throws it. He completes the pass into that zone defense down to about the 48-yard line. Looks like Cody Sullivan's going to get credit for the tackle. Excuse me, that's Jordan Steffen. Rayshawn Brown gets his first catch of the afternoon, and Graceland moves the chains down to the Bobcat, or to right at midfield stripe.
Yeah, Jason Park put a lot of pressure on the quarterback for Graceland, but he was able to get the ball away.
So Miles King, and standing behind him now, looks like maybe Marlon Bailey. Get a number on him. It's always tough when you're standing to the side. Trips to the near side, play action pass. It's flipped out, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. Read extremely well by Logan Pabin.
Well, and Shea Lloyd, he was in the backfield. He put a lot of pressure on the quarterback as well.
Looks like Dalil Bartley, actually, the running back, Daryl, the junior out of Rochester, New York.
Number 99, Shane Lloyd.
Dalil Bartley at 6'2", 206. Good-sized running back.
Florida Jackets.
Peru State 3 and out on their opening drive. Graceland has 1 first down, now facing 2nd down and 10 with the ball right at the midfield stripe. Miles King in the gun. Behind him is Bartley. And Bobcats putting pressure on King again. He's going to throw it long down the middle of the field, and Logan Pabin's going to be called for pass interference. He got tangled up with Deontay Brown, the freshman out of Sarasota, Florida.
Which is really unfortunate because I don't think that was a catchable ball anyway. I don't, even if they wouldn't have got their feet tangled, I don't think he would have been able to get downfield. The ball, he had to get clear to the 10-yard line to have caught that ball.
So it is pass interference on Logan Pabin. Big penalty on the Bobcats, as that will move the ball about the 35-yard line. So Graceland on the move on their opening drive.
They've had 2 first downs now, 1 on a penalty and 1 on a completed pass.
Opening drive for the Yellow Jackets. They started at their own 30, and this will be the 6th play of the drive. They are going north to south or left to right here in this first quarter. Trips to the near side. King in the pistol with Bartley standing right behind him. He turns fakes the pass, hands it to Bartley. Bartley's got some running room on the far side. He's got the first down at the 25, all the way down inside about the 16-yard line. So a nicely conceived play there. They had thrown the little swing pass out to the right side. This time they faked the swing pass and actually handed it on the draw to Bartley, and he takes it all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Elijah Hawkins on that tackle again.
So Graceland, who had a big second half last week, outscoring Culver Stockton 34-0, picking up right where they left off, moving the ball down briskly on the Cats. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. And here comes the Bobcats on the blitz. Bartley has it, still on his feet. He was hitting the backfield, and Daryl, he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
By Bartley again. Finally brought down on the...
So he's going to be really close to another first down, I believe, Doc.
Cody Sullivan, the safety, gets the tackle. And that'll be first and goal for Graceland. Opening drive, they've gone from the 30 down to the 5 now. It'll be first down and goal from the 5-yard line. And they've been doing it running the ball here on the last couple of plays. Not a team that has run the ball real efficiently all year, but running it well today. Miles King in the gun, turns, hands the ball to Bartley, and Bartley with the hole on the left side, driving. He's down close to the end zone. They're going to call it just short.
Ball carried by Bartley, and he's in there for the touchdown.
And they are going to give him the touchdown. Boy, was that a late signal.
Yeah, the linesman ran in, holding it up, running in about the half-yard line, making it appear as though the Bobcats had stopped him short.
So the Bobcats, who had done so well at shutting the run down this year, are a little susceptible to the run right up the middle today. It's 6-0 Graceland here on the opening possession, and Cody Thornton will be in to attempt the extra point.
In last week's game with Culver Stockton, Graceland had 3 touchdowns rushing and 3 passing.
Kick is up, and it is good. 9:53 remaining in the opening quarter. Graceland leads at 7-0. We'll be back with more after this timeout. Listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Your little ones grow up fast, and college will be here before you know it. A knowledgeable financial advisor can help make sure you're financially prepared for this important milestone. To learn more about college savings alternatives, call Raymond James Financial Advisor David LeGrand at 402-873-7477. That's 402-873-7477. Located at 1720 South 11th Street, Nebraska City. Raymond James Financial Services. Member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned.
More Bobcat sports coverage is at B103.FM.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. So each team with one possession. Bobcats go 3 and out, and Graceland goes down the field 70 yards in 8 plays to take the 7-0 lead over the Bobcats.
Yeah, so far 7.7 yards per play for Graceland this afternoon.
11.7 yards a carry for Dalil Bartley. He has 3 carries for 35 yards. I think the Bobcats a little bit surprised by his running because, one, he's not listed the starting I-back, although he has played quite a bit this year, but 2, Graceland not having great rushing yards coming into the game. Now Malik Pittman is driven back to about 9 yards deep, and the Bobcats again will start on their own 25-yard line. So Cody Thornton with a very strong leg. He is a senior out of Chula Vista, California. Daryl, he's only listed at 165 pounds. I'm guessing about 150 that must be in his right leg. As he drives it all the way.
Well, and the wind is officially out of the southeast at 5, but just like we saw last week, the flags here, the way it swirls around the Oak Bowl, it looks like it's out of the north. The flags are about halfway out, like as if we had a northwest wind.
Bobcats in the veer. First down and 10, ball at the 25. Trombley goes into motion. He gets the pitch, and he falls down for a loss of 2. And the Bobcats have really struggled this season on first down. I don't know how many times we have seen 2nd and 12 and 2nd and 13 for this Bobcat offense.
Yeah, Peru State going into this drive had just 2 yards rushing, so another 0 yards rushing on the day and 7 yards passing.
So 2nd down and 12, ball at the 23-yard line. Again in the veer, Aaron Smith is your running back. Bo Shepard, the quarterback. Trombley and Spearman still the running back. Spearman now goes into motion. Aaron Smith gets the handoff, and he's going to get out to about the 29-yard line. Gain of about 6 on the play. Bring up another third down for the Bobcats.
Yeah, the second consecutive time they've had 3rd and 6. And last time we had a pass just short of a first down.
In comes Marshall Klontz back at receiver this week after playing at quarterback last week, along with Jacob Merrill. They're the wide receivers coming in on the third down set. The Bobcats with 4 wide receivers in the game on 3rd and 6. Shepard in the gun, back to pass. Here comes the Graceland rush. They call a quarterback draw, and he's taken down from behind after a 1-yard gain. Looks like that was David Edmondson, the senior out of Avon Park, Florida. So the Bobcats with their second consecutive 3-and-out this afternoon. So the Bobcats thought maybe if they spread it out, they could pop that quarterback draw inside, and just not successful.
Yeah, Peru State, I believe, was 6 for 17 last week on third down conversions, so they had some success even against Baker.
0 for 2 this afternoon. Cody Sullivan gets a high snap and kicks the ball off the side of his foot. It's going to bounce at the 35 and out of bounds. So trying to keep the ball away from C.J. Counts. Kicks it off to the sideline, and it's going to be 1st and down at the 32 for Graceland. They started the last drive at their own 31. 7:51 remaining, opening quarter. Peru State's had it twice. They've gone 3 and out both times. Graceland had it once. They went 69 yards in 8 plays on the first drive to take the 7-0 lead, and now they start at the 32-yard line. Graceland from Lamoni, Iowa, right at the intersection of Highway 2 and Interstate 35 on the south side of Iowa. Shane Lloyd showing blitz. It's handed underneath. I believe that's going to be Mathis Thomas, and it is. Short gain. Maybe a yard.
John Drager on the tackle.
John Drager, the junior from Syracuse Dunbar Avoca, gets the tackle for the Bobcats. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 with the ball at the 33-yard line. And now 4 wide receivers in the pattern, 2 to each side. As back in the gun, actually in the pistol, is Miles King. King takes it now, fakes the pass to the right and to the left. There's a tackle missed, and going the distance perhaps is Rayshawn Brown. He's to the 30, he's to the 25, the 20, the 10, the 5. He's in for a touchdown. There was a tackle missed at the line of scrimmage, and Rayshawn Brown goes 67 yards, and the big play bugaboo bites the Bobcats again as they give up a 67-yard touchdown pass. They're down 13-0 already with 7 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah, Justin Barnes almost had him right at the line of scrimmage. It looked like going to be stopped for no gain, right where he caught the ball. But he broke loose, and then there was a chance it looked like that for Logan Pabin to get him, but he cut the wrong way and cut around and went into the end zone.
Cody Thornton with the extra point attempt. The kick is up, and it is no good. He shanked it to the left. 13-0. Graceland will be back with more after this timeout. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
This is Katie Radke from KR Creative, and coming soon we will be moving to our new location down the street to 505 Central Avenue in the Ottoman Photography Building in downtown Nebraska City. At KR Creative, we specialize in graphic design and printing services such as brochures, postcards, and wedding invitations. KR Creative can also help get your business noticed with logo design, business cards, outdoor banners, and website design and development. Plus, we can teach you how to maintain and update your website. Visit krcreativedesigns.com and check us out.
Now, back to Doc and Daryl on the gridiron for more Peru State football on B103.
Well, Daryl, we're back at the Oak Bowl. Peru State down 13-0. They're averaging 13 points a game. So right now, the Bobcats, their backs against the wall.
Well, and Peru State throughout the season has been a first half team, even leading 10-0 at one time over nationally ranked Baker, but falling 13-0 behind unranked Graceland right now.
So Graceland's had it twice. They've scored touchdowns. They've gone 68 yards and 69 yards. Peru State's had it twice and has gone 3 and out both times. Logan Pavin's going to have it deep in the end zone. Malik Pittman, and he's going to take a knee. So for the third consecutive drive, the Bobcats start out at their own 25.
Yeah, Peru State's had some success on kickoff returns, but when it's deep in the end zone like it has been today, there's just no chance to get any yards even to start on the 25.
So the Bobcats go back on the field, down 13. 7 minutes left in the opening quarter.
Valentino, Zach's Bar and Grill, and Union Bank. Thank you to our corporate sponsors.
Thomas Wininger listening today from Reno, Nevada. Welcome to the Bobcat Football Network. We'll put you on the air. Email us at bobcatfans@B103FM. Aaron Smith
Carried by Aaron Smith.
gets about 2 yards on first down, and that doesn't sound like much, but the first two possessions they had 2nd and 12 and 2nd and 13. So 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7 sounds pretty good after that.
Well, it really does, and that could make it a little better position for third down this time.
Bo Shepard, the junior from Gretna who missed last week's game with a bad knee against Baker. They send Floodman to the near side. Split to the far side is John Frink. They're in the I formation. Spearman dots the I. And Shepard keeps it himself. He's got a first down. He's to the 40. He's to the 50, the 40, the 30, the 25, and is going to be pulled down from behind at the 10-yard line.
All the way down inside the 10-yard line.
Bo Shepard takes it from the 27 all the way down inside the 10.
Shepard on a quarterback keeper. Takes it all the way down.
So the Bobcats will have it first down and goal at the 9-yard line. Here comes Josh Lawton, the freshman tight end from Aurora, with the play. What a run by Bo Shepard. And Daryl, he was a sprinter, a hurdler at Nebraska, and I kind of think without that sore knee, he might have taken it to the house.
Well, I wonder, because he's had a little bit of a lead, but at about the 30-yard line yet, it looked like he might go into the end zone.
Under center in the I formation is Shepard. He turns and he hands the ball to Smith. Smith to the 5, the 1, touchdown, Bobcats! Aaron Smith takes it in 9 yards, and the Cats are back in this game, 13-6 with 5:42 remaining in the first quarter.
On the left side of that offensive line for Peru State did a tremendous job. He wasn't touched by anybody the entire 9 yards.
So 75 yards on 3 plays for the Bobcats. Aaron Smith goes the last 9, and Greg Connery will come in and attempt to tack on the extra point. The snap is good. The placement's good. The kick is up, and it is good. Graceland 13, Peru State 7. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
High school seniors, October is Nebraska State College System Month. Visit Chadron, Peru, or Wayne State College during October and be eligible for an $800 book scholarship or a new iPad. Discover the many opportunities our colleges offer. Go to www.nscs.edu/visit to schedule a campus visit at Chadron, Peru, or Wayne State College. That's nscs.edu/visit. The Nebraska State College System. 3 colleges, thousands of opportunities.
Follow B103 on Facebook and Twitter for live scores and more coverage of the Peru State Bobcats.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Peru State goes 3 and out on their first 2 possessions and then goes 75 yards on 3 plays. The biggest play being the 64-yard run by quarterback Bo Shepard.
And the longest rush from the line of scrimmage this year was Bo Shepard. He had a 45 rush earlier in the season. Tyler Audsley a 43. So they beat that by almost 20 yards.
So the first time the Bobcats kick off this afternoon. Here comes the kick from Connery. It is going to be returned, taking the ball right at the goal line. To the near side, he's to the 15, the 20, and taken down, actually the 15-yard line by Gunnar Orcutt. Gunnar Orcutt, the freshman from Millard North, with a great special teams play. He has really enjoyed his time at Peru State, Daryl. He's pre-med. He is 4-0 so far in all of his tests as a freshman, enjoying himself, and that was a 4-0 play there for Gunnar Orcutt.
Well, it really was. The ball's on the 16. Just a few minutes ago, I was commenting how Peru can't start outside the 25 because of the touchbacks, but I guess the 25 looks pretty good right now.
Well, you remember we talked in the pregame, only 15 yards of return for Graceland on the kickoffs this year. Miles King has 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side, fakes to the near side. Now he's looking under pressure, finds Rayshawn Brown in front of Logan Pavement, but he drops the ball.
For number 3, Rayshawn.
And there's some good sportsmanship by Rayshawn Brown. He gets up and he pats Logan Pavement on the head. Pretty good coverage by Pavement. And Rayshawn Brown, a senior from Orlando, he recognizes good play because he catches the ball for about 103 yards a game. He's already got 67 yards this afternoon.
Well, it looked at first like he was just going to throw the ball away because Peru State had good coverage in the secondary, but then, it turned out that they got open for what would have been a first down if he'd have kept the ball.
2nd down and 10 for Graceland, throwing the fly pattern down the sideline. Intended for Rayshawn Brown again, and this time, I don't know if that's Logan Pavement on the coverage again. No, that was Daryl Collins, so it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, that's the worst 3rd down for Graceland so far.
It's actually only their 2nd 3rd down in 3 possessions.
Yeah, their first one, I believe, was 3rd and 6.
So they had moved the ball down the field briskly their first 2 possessions. Now it's a big play for the blue shirt defense.
Well, and Graceland was rushing the ball earlier. They turned to 2 consecutive passes, and they've got away from their running game, which had been successful.
McNeil and Deontay Brown split to the far side. Rayshawn Brown to the near side, and it's going to be blown dead. The play is.
Jason Park was across the line, but
Actually,
timeout. Okay.
Timeout. Graceland. We'll take a 30-second with them. We are listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
School is back in session and fall sports are in full swing. Your life is busy and it's easy to forget about our health. Vision is an important part of health, and poor vision can affect performance in the classroom and on the court or field. Lifetime Vision Center suggests eye exams on a regular basis, and the start of school and school activities is a great time to rule out any problems with vision affecting your child's performance in activities and, most important, the classroom. Put healthy eyes first and contact Lifetime Vision Center in Auburn.
Now back to Doc and Daryl on the gridiron for more Peru State football on B103.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Peru State trailing 13-7. We'd like to welcome the Krautners from Newport Richey, Florida, who are watching the live stream and listening to our broadcast this afternoon. Welcome to Bobcat football.
Yeah, the Peru State volleyball team was victorious 3-0 over the volleyball team from Haskell Indian Nations last night. The cross-country team was down there this morning. We'll talk about that after this play.
3rd down and 10, ball at the 16 as we resume play. 5:23 remaining in the first quarter. Back to pass is King, looking to the across the middle, finds his receiver, and it's going to be a 1st down just past the sticks. And Cody Sullivan gets the tackle. The pass was complete to Johnny Williams, and another 3rd down conversion. Graceland 2 for 2 this afternoon.
Yeah, the cross-country team was led by Rachel Lecker, and all the runners had their personal best times for the year at the Haskell cross-country meet this morning.
So Jordan Steffen out, Justin Barnes in here for a 1st down as Graceland moves the chains up to the 29-yard line. So we go under 5 minutes in the first quarter. Rayshawn Brown split to the near side, and you have split to the far side. Brandon McNeil and Deontay Brown and Johnny Williams. Bobcats showing blitz all over the place. And nice tackle inside. They were close, Daryl, to being in the neutral zone before that snap.
There at the bottom of the file, number 69.
John Drager gets
on the tackle.
Credit for the tackle, but the Bobcats were bringing in 2 linebackers on the blitz, and it was close to being offsides.
1 yard on the play to the 30-yard
line. That's John Drager's second tackle today.
Daryl Bartley gets the 1 yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Yellow Jackets. Graceland University 2-3 on the season. Now split to the near side is Deontay Brown and Johnny Williams, Rayshawn Brown and Brandon McNeil to the far side. Daryl Bartley stands behind Miles King. Bobcats showing blitz again. King, though, with plenty of time, looking downfield and overthrows Brandon McNeil. On the coverage for the Bobcats there was Daryl Collins, and it'll be, again, 3rd down and long for Graceland. This time 3rd and 9.
We're going to be entertained by some young ladies today at halftime where there was a cheerleading camp here at Peru State this morning. 16 girls attended. We'll be entertained by them at halftime. There'll be another cheer camp held in February.
Graceland breaks the huddle with 10 seconds left on the play clock. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Miles King looks around, sets the offense, and the ball is snapped right at the 0 mark. Taken down on the play after a short game, a little swing pass to Dalil Bartley. Logan Pabin is there. Darion Richardson is there. And again, the Cats hold this time on 3rd down, and they're going to get the ball back. Now, Cody Thornton with a strong leg, one of the top punters in the country. And so back deep for the Bobcats, it's going to be James Schluka along with Logan Pabin. They're standing inside their own 30.
Yeah, Peru State starting 4 freshmen today on this defensive squad.
Good snap to Thornton, and they blow the play dead. Illegal procedure called on Graceland. It would have been fielded about the 29-yard line. False start, and that's called on the senior running back, Mathis Thomas, who apparently wanted to get an early start. He is on the near side, split wide. He took off early. The head linesman blew the play dead. So now it'll be punted. Thornton is going to be standing near his 10-yard line to receive the snap, actually about the 12. And back right at the 30-yard line are going to be Pabin and Schluka. Snap is good. Thornton's got it. It's a high punt. It's driving Pabin back. He takes it at the 29, makes the first guy miss. He's to the 40, the 45, still on his feet to midfield. Nice return by Logan Pabin. Tackle on the play for Graceland was Damon Bateman. And Daryl, that was perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle, but he might have outkicked his coverage that time.
Well, he did, and Pabin actually looked like he was going to lose his balance on about the 43, 44-yard line, which slowed him down a little bit. And I was starting to think it looked like a touchdown return, but he slowed down just enough to regain his balance. He was caught, but Peru State starts in their own territory. Peru State starts at the Graceland 49-yard line. I formation, back to pass to Shepard on play action on 1st down, and he overthrows Jake Coughlin going down the middle of the field, stretching the field out a little bit, keep Graceland honest. Without that running game that did so well last time on the drive, thought they could catch the Yellow Jackets sleeping here. But it'll be 2nd down and 10 with the ball at the Graceland 49-yard line. Jake Coughlin is a freshman from Omaha. He was the one that pass was intended for. Split to the far side is Malik Pittman. He's a freshman. Young receiving core for the Bobcats. I formation again. Shepard under center, turns, hands the ball to Aaron Smith. He gets about a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and long for the Bobcats.
Yeah, Aaron Smith, that puts him at about 23 yards on 5 carries for today.
In comes Marshall Klontz and Jacob Merrill with the plays.
8-yard line for the Bobcats.
Bobcats looking to the sideline for the play call. Peru State, all blue today. Blue pants, blue jerseys, blue helmets. Graceland, dark blue helmets and all white uniforms. Dark blue numbers with a gold trim and a yellow jacket on the side of the helmet. Little screen pass here to Aaron Smith. He's got a couple blockers in front of him, and he's going to be just short of the 1st down, I believe, about a half a yard.
Well, if even that much, but well, it depends which linesman you look at. Yeah, you're right, Doc. They're going to put it about a half yard. The linesman across the field came in looking like it's going to be about a half a foot short, but the head linesman came in and set it about a half a yard short.
So Peru State needs to get it to the 39. They're between the 39 and the 40. They bring in 2 tight ends. 15 seconds left on the play clock as they get into the huddle. So a late huddle for the Bobcats. Minute 25 to go. 4th down and 1 as Bo Shepard goes under center in the I formation, turns and hands the ball to Aaron Smith, and he is brought down short of the 1st down, and the Bobcats turn it over on downs.
Yeah, that was a very slow developing play. Peru State had a good surge right at the snap, but there was a slow developing play, and they'd lost that surge by the time that Aaron Smith got to the line of scrimmage with that ball. And actually looks like he lost about 6 inches on the play.
Ball right at the 40-yard line. So a costly gamble for the Bobcats as they do not come up with it on 1st down and 10, or 4th down and 1. Less than really only about a foot and a half to go. And they tried to go down the side to Aaron Smith, and just not room there for him. Graceland, 4 receivers in the pattern. Miles King in the pistol, back to pass, down, hands it underneath to Mathis Thomas, bounces outside. He's got a first down the sideline, and he ran out of real estate, or else he might have gone all the way.
Well, he had nobody back behind him. He had nobody between him and the goal line, and he just seemed to lose his balance and run out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
So a gain of 17 on that play. It'll be first down and 10 for Graceland at the Bobcat 43-yard line. So that draw play inside has really paid off on several carries for Graceland this afternoon as they spread it out. Trips to the near side, one wide receiver to the far side. Mathis Thomas in the backfield with the quarterback Miles King. Bobcats showing blitz from both sides, and back to pass is Miles King looking for the receiver, overthrows Rayshawn Brown, and I'll tell you what, Shane Lloyd went up over the defender into the air, and a la Tyler Audsley, I was afraid how he was going to land there, Daryl.
Yeah, that puts Graceland now at 4 for 9 in passing today.
And Shane Lloyd takes his helmet off and comes over to the sideline limping. Now lays down on the sideline.
So it is just a little bit like Tyler Audsley when he came down.
Not quite as bad, but bad things have happened to the Bobcats who have gone airborne this year. And he is in a lot of pain on the sideline, the senior from Ridgecrest, California. Second down for the Jackets at the Bobcat 43. Quick pass, complete, just short of the first down to Deontay Brown. It's going to be at the 35-yard line, 34, third down and 1 for the Yellow Jackets.
Number 21, Justin Barnes.
Justin Barnes gets the tackle for the Bobcats.
For the Jackets at the Cat 34.
Shane Lloyd continues to be in a lot of pain here on the near sideline as Brent Melvin, the trainer, works on him. Daryl, almost looks like they're working on his back.
Yeah, they have him over on his left side.
And now
that's going to be
the end of the first quarter. Peru State trails at 13-7. We'll be back with the second quarter after this timeout. Listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
You need a game plan, a strategy to bring your biggest and best appetite to Valentino's Buffet. It's loaded with all of your favorites, and we're not just talking pizza and pasta. Chicken fingers, mac and cheese, green beans, mashed potatoes, tacos, and salad bar. Now that's just the first plate. They have lots of plates. Use as many as you want. The plan? Get here, tuck your napkin into your shirt, and loosen the drawstring on those comfy pants. Game on. Valentino's Buffet in Nebraska City. More than just pizza.
High school seniors, October is Nebraska State College System Month. Visit Chadron, Peru, or Wayne State College during October and be eligible for an $800 book scholarship or a new iPad. Discover the many opportunities our colleges offer. Go to www.nscs.edu/visit to schedule a campus visit at Chadron, Peru, or Wayne State College. That's nscs.edu/visit. The Nebraska State College System. 3 colleges, thousands of opportunities.
Follow B103 on Facebook and Twitter for live scores and more coverage of the Peru State Bobcats.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Peru State trailing 13-7 as we start the second quarter, and Graceland turns around and heads to the north. Graceland with 162 total yards, actually, in that first quarter. So good production by the Yellow Jacket offense. They come out in the pistol with 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side on 3rd and 1. And DeLeo Bartley, this time going under center, is Miles Johnston. And he's going to be, let's see if he makes the first down.
Maybe a little bit short, the way the line's been standing.
Looks like it's going to be short.
Where they're going to spot this, a whole host of Bobcats.
Whole interior line is Miles Johnston unable to get the first down, so 4th down and 1. And there's some good news. Shane Lloyd comes back into the game for the Bobcats. He replaces Christian Ruiz, the linebacker, as they get a little extra size at that outside linebacker. And so Graceland now looking at 4th down and less than a yard. They tried a quarterback sneak on 3rd down.
Yeah, Christian, you mentioned he's from Omaha and only a freshman, too. A lot of young players on this team today.
So Miles King, who started in the pistol and came up and got under center, tried the quarterback sneak on 3rd down. And now Let's see if Graceland gets the timeout in time. The 25-second clock had run out. They do get it in time. We'll take a 30-second break. Bobcats down 13-7. Be back with 4th down and 1 after this timeout. You listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
You need a game plan, a strategy to bring your biggest and best appetite to Valentino's Buffet. It's loaded with all of your favorites, and we're not just talking pizza and pasta. Chicken fingers, mac and cheese, green beans, mashed potatoes, tacos, and salad bar. Now that's just the first plate. They have lots of plates. Use as many as you want. The plan? Get here, tuck your napkin into your shirt, and loosen the drawstring on those comfy pants. Game on. Valentino's Buffet in Nebraska City. More than just pizza.
Bobcat Football. Today's best country, B103.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Graceland takes their second time out of the first half. They had 4th down and less than a yard. The play clock running down. They were not ready to snap the ball. So now they come out. They've got 3 wide receivers, the similar formation that they had when Miles King came up and got under center, tried the quarterback sneak. And this time he's going to turn around and hand the ball to his running back, and he's taken down short of the first down. Graceland is going to turn it back over on downs for the Bobcats. Daryl, how often do you see that back-to-back turned over on downs?
That's right. Graceland finally didn't make a 3rd down conversion. They'd made 2 earlier in the game. Peru State tried for a 4th down, and both similar type plays. Graceland went to the left, Peru State to the right, and neither one of them made the 1st down on the 4th down try.
1st down and 10 for the Bobcats, down 13-7, 13:58 remaining here in the second quarter. They come out in the I formation as they head to the south, left to right here in this second quarter. Bo Shepard under center, hands the ball to Aaron Smith, and Smith gets it forward to about the 39-yard line, gain of 5 on the play.
If he could have cut just a little bit to the right when he got caught, it looked like he had several more yards ahead of him.
Austin Folson gets the tackle for the Yellow Jackets out of Olathe, Kansas. He's a senior outside linebacker. And Bobcats will have it 2nd down and 5 on their own 39-yard line. Again in the I formation. Split to the near side is Floodman. Split to the far side is Frank. Bo Shepard turns, hands the ball to Aaron Smith, or actually keeps it himself, and gets it out to about the 41, so it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, Bo Shepard has a 20.7 yard per carry average in the first quarter, so pretty much every time he carries the ball in the second quarter, it's going to hurt his average. We were talking about the punters both being good. Peru State has a 41-yard average. Graceland a 46-yard average in the first quarter.
3rd down and 3 for the Cats. They're 0 for 3 so far on 3rd down conversions today. But this is shorter than most of them have been. They've been in the 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10 range. Shepard's pass to Frank is caught just past the sticks. Bobcats have their first conversion on 3rd down this afternoon. Move the chains to the 45 and a fresh set of downs for the Bobcats.
That's only Peru State's second 1st down of the game. When they had that long drive down through the field, they only had 1 first down on about 75 yards.
Tyler Harden gets the tackle for the Yellow Jackets. He is a junior defensive back out of Winthrop Harbor, Illinois. So the Cats come out, 2 tight ends. 1 wide receiver is Frank. They're back in the veer formation. Trombley goes in motion to the far side. They pitch it to him. He's got some running room. He's to the 50, the 45. He's got a 1st down to the 42 of Graceland. And that was extremely well blocked on the left side by Bo Godwin and Hayden Krautner. Nice block by Hayden Krautner pulling to the outside, and a big gain for the Bobcats. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10, Cats.
1st down and 10 for the Bobcats at the Graceland 42-yard line. Split to the near side is Frank. Still the 2 tight ends in the veer. Spearman goes in motion to the near side. They pitch it to him. Cuts it inside. He's to the 40, to the 35, down to about the 32-yard line. And again, that time an excellent block on the right side by Joe Hobart. And so well blocked again. And so the Bobcats, instead of going right at him, Daryl, are taking it outside. 2 consecutive plays and a couple of nice plays for the Bobcats.
Well, yeah, it looks like Peru State might have a little more effectiveness. It's works just opposite. Graceland's success has been up the inside.
2nd down and a short yard for the Bobcats at about the 33-yard line. They stay in that 2 tight end veer set. Spearman to motion to the near side. Fake handoff from Bo Shepard. He hits Frink down inside the 20, and then he's thrown down out of bounds, but no call. The tackle there
Thrown out of bounds by number 8.
was made by C.J. Counts.
Mark the ball at the
So they were really outside of the white line there, Daryl.
They were out of bounds, standing on that about 4 or 5 foot wide white strip that surrounds the Oak Bowl.
11:08 to play, second quarter. Bobcats down 13-7. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Bo Shepard under center. They're in the veer. 2 receivers in the pattern. Aaron Smith has it. He's to the 15, the 10, down to the 6-yard line before he's tackled by C.J. Counts. And it's going to be first down and goal for the Bobcats at the 6-yard line.
That Marcus Spearman run 2 plays ago puts him over 100 yards now for the season.
First and goal, Cats.
In for the Bobcats at the tight end position is Josh Lawton, the freshman from Aurora. 10:38 to go, second quarter. Cats on the move. They're in the I formation. Spearman dots the I behind Aaron Smith, the sophomore from Houma, Louisiana. 2 tight end set. Smith has it. He's to the 2. He's to the 1, and he's in there. Touchdown, Bobcats. The Bobcats go 66 yards in 7 plays, and this game is tied at 13.
And that was very similar to his first touchdown off the left side. The left side of the Bobcat line has really had some success today, letting the plays go around the left side of the line like that.
Again, Miners, Krautner, and Godwin leading the way on the left side for the Bobcats. Tied 13-13. Greg Connery will try to give the Bobcats the lead here on the extra point. Klontz gets the ball down from the snap from Barnes. The kick is up, and it is good. 10:23 remaining in the second quarter. Peru State leads at 14-13. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Graceland University.
Before investing your hard-earned money, make sure your financial advisor understands your objectives. Financial advisor David LeGrand with Raymond James Financial Services, located at 1720 South 11th Street, Nebraska City, has been assisting your community for many years. Whether you're needing stocks, tax-favored bonds, or a retirement plan overall, David LeGrand can help you. Call David LeGrand at 402-873-7477. House calls and consultations are free. Raymond James Financial Services, member FINRA. SIPC, life well planned.
Download the free B103 app in the iTunes Store or Google Play to listen to live coverage of the Peru State Bobcats.
So Peru State, who was down 13-0 early in this game, has scored 14 unanswered and now leads the Yellow Jackets from Graceland University 14-13. 10:23 remaining in the second quarter.
In a hack score this afternoon, Central Methodist in the second quarter is leading Culver Stockton 17-7.
Here comes the kick from Connery, driving the receiver back into the end zone. He's going to take it 2 yards deep. He's to the 5, the 10. There's a block in the back, not called, but it's going down about the 19-yard line.
Kick return by number 19, Juan Frazier.
Was Juan Frazier. And it looked to me like, let's see who they give the tackle to. I thought it was Justin Barnes, but we'll see. 10-17. They're going to mark the ball back at the 16-yard line. And, Daryl, when you're only averaging 15 yards at kickoff return, I don't know how bright that is to take it from 2 yards deep in the end zone.
Yeah, Peru State has let the ball once it gets to the end zone, just take it at the 25.
So they start at the 17-yard line. Graceland now down for the first time today due to the missed extra point by Thornton. Back to pass is Miles on first down, and he overthrows the receiver.
Number 15, Johnny Williams.
Intended for Johnny Williams. He throws it high, and Johnny Williams, also from San Francisco, along with Miles King, the quarterback. And nice coverage by Logan Pavin. It'll be second down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Graceland's only now 5 out of 11 on passing.
A big one, that 67-yarder to Rayshawn Brown. Again, that was just a swing pass. Rayshawn Brown broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage and went the distance. Trips to the near side, one to the far side. King standing to get his snap, throws it underneath, and it is batted down by John Drager. John Drager bats it down.
Batted down. by number 69.
So it'll be third down and long, 3rd and 10 for the Bobcats is John Drager.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was a rocket dance or what that was.
No, but besides that pass breakup, John Drager's had 2 tackles so far today, and I believe it's up now about 24 on this season.
John Drager, the defensive end from Syracuse Dunbar Avoca, trips to the near side. He started at Hastings College but transferred here to Peru State a couple of years ago. 10-10 remaining second quarter. Bobcats showing blitz from 3 different linebackers, and Johnson is going to be taken down. Oh, that's his helmet. I thought it was a fumble.
I thought it was too, but
John Drager gets the sack. So Drager having a big first half.
Big John.
He takes Miles King all the way back to the 10. I thought the ball had popped out, but it was a dark blue helmet from Miles King.
6 yards back on the block.
So Graceland, which got its first 2 third-down conversions, now have failed. So they're now 2 for 4 on 2 third-down conversions.
2 for 6, actually.
Oh, 2 for 6?
Yeah,
okay.
2 for 4 in the first quarter, 0 for 2 here in the second quarter.
Little Jimmy Schluka on the near side.
Jimmy Schluka and Logan Pavin back about their own 40-yard line. Cody Thornton punts it high. Logan Pavin has it, and he's taken down as soon as he catches it, about the 42 or 43-yard line. And that was great coverage.
Well, it was really gutsy not to call the fair catch that Pavin took the risk of maybe making some yards on it.
Tyler Harden down there.
Tyler Harden gets credit for the tackle, and boy, he was right on top
Fine tackle.
of Logan Pavin. Nice tackle. And the Bobcats will start on their own 41-yard line, up 14-13, 9:32 remaining in the second quarter. Come out in the veer, split to the near side. I believe it's Coughlin. He's the only wide receiver in the game. Spearman goes in motion to the near side. He gets the pitch. And nice block thrown by Trombley and all the way down to the 40 of Graceland. What a block by Nate Trombley as supercharged. Marcus Spearman takes it down to the Graceland 40. And all of a sudden, Graceland is on their heels with this Bobcat running game.
Is a Bobcat.
That was a 19, would you call it a 19-yard rush? Yeah, Marcus Spearman, that's his second longest. He had a 29-yard rush earlier this season, his longest for the 2014 Bobcat football season.
First down and 10 for the Cats. One wide receiver to the far side. Trombley goes in motion in the veer, and Eric Morrison Smith is taken down on a nice tackle by David Edmondson, senior out of Avon Park, Florida.
Fine defensive play.
Yeah, it'll be second down and about 11 or 12. Yeah, second down and 12.
Yeah, Eric Morrison Smith, the second leading rusher for the Bobcats this weekend, coming into today's game, with an average per game of 39.2 yards at 196 yards in the season.
8:39 and ticking as the Bobcats have it second down and 12 at the Graceland 42-yard line. Malik Pittman split to the near side. Spearman comes in motion. They fake the pitch to him. Now back to pass is Shepard, and he's looking for Coughlin. He has him inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line. And Daryl, that was an outstanding double move by Jake Coughlin. As he faked to the inside, he lost James Morning on the play, cut it to the outside. Bo Shepard laid it right there, and the Bobcats are back in the blue zone. First down and 10 with the ball at the 16-yard line.
Well, and another freshman, a wide receiver from Omaha. There are just so many freshmen on this Peru State team this year.
So Eric Morrison Smith is your fullback as they're in the veer. Malik Pittman split to the near side. 2 tight ends set for the Bobcats. Bo Shepard under center as we go under 8 minutes here to go in the second quarter. Eric Morrison Smith has it. He is just banged twice. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gets a yard. And at the bottom of the pile for Graceland, that was Travion Billings, sophomore out of Milwaukee. And Josiah Smith also in on the tackle. They give him a yard. It's second down and 9 with the ball at the 15. Peru State now has scored on 2 of their last 3 possessions to take the lead. 14-13, and they're on the drive. Bo Shepard hands it to Morrison Smith. He gets down to about the 11. It's going to be third down for the Bobcats. They are 1 of 4 so far this afternoon on third down conversions, and they got a big one coming up here as it's third down and 5 with the ball at the 11-yard line.
Dion Betts. Also number 24, Austin Folsom.
Austin Folsom and Dion Betts get credit for the tackle there.
Third down and 5 at the 11-yard line.
Third down and 5. Split to the near side is Malik Pittman. He is the only wide receiver with a 2 tight end set. Bo Shepard under center. They're in the veer. Spearman comes in motion to the near side. Back to pass is Shepard. It's popped up in the air and picked off by Graceland. They're going to take over at the 5-yard line. It was thrown high to Malik Pittman. He couldn't get his hands on it, and Tyler Harden gets the interception. And it's going to be first down and 10 for Graceland just outside their 5-yard line.
And they'll take over at their own 6-yard line.
6:44 remaining in the second quarter. Peru State up 14-13, and Graceland is going to have it at their own 6. So the Bobcat defense gave up touchdowns on the first 2 possessions, but has settled down since then. Comes up a line of scrimmage, and here comes Graceland in the pistol with 2 tight ends and 2 wide receivers. The back behind Miles King is Bartley. He gets the handoff and taken down all the way back at the 1-yard line. And that was one of those cases where it was a nice missed tackle because the tackle was missed about the 4. And Nevada Harlan then brought him in. Clear back. I think it was missing the tackle, Daryl, was Justin Barnes, who also missed the tackle on the Rayshawn Brown touchdown catch. But this was a little better missed tackle because what happened was Bartley bounced off and then thought he was going to make a gain. He's taken back all the way inside the 2.
Yeah, they gave him a pretty good spot. He was tackled about the 1-yard line, but they gave him forward progress on his second attempt to go downfield.
Second down and 14 for Graceland, and Johnston stands in the end zone waiting for the shotgun snap. Play is blown dead. And Graceland takes their final time out of the half. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
That sound usually means rain, which is a welcome guess, but it can also mean damaging winds and hail that can do damage to your car's windshield or body. If your car gets caught up in a storm, call Strigo's Southside Body Shop. Strigo's has been replacing windshields, removing dents, and restoring automobile finishes for years. With ASC certified technicians, computer-matched paint, and a state-of-the-art paint booth, Strigo's Southside Body Shop in Auburn will have your car restored to its original condition in no time.
Follow B103 on Facebook and Twitter for live scores and more coverage of the Peru State Bobcats.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Peru State up 14-13, 5:53 remaining in the second quarter. And Daryl, if Graceland's going to do a long drive here at the end of the half, they're going to have to do it without any timeouts, as they have now burned all 3 timeouts here in the first half.
Of course, 5 minutes, that's a lot of time to get downfield, especially when you use the sidelines a little.
Yeah, I was thinking more along lines if they got it back again.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Another possession. They do have second down and 14 at their own 2. Culver Stockton now trailing 24-7 to Central Methodist. 8 minutes to play in the first half in that game and other hack action. All right, Kathy Wininger delivering food to the booth. That's always appreciated. Second down and 14, back to pass. Johnson, he's being chased. He's in the end zone, dumps it across the middle, and Rayshawn Brown is going to be short of the first down, but all the way out to the 15. Nice pitch and catch to Rayshawn Brown. Logan Tabin gets the tackle.
Tabin also Shane Lloyd.
And boy, if the Bobcats can hold him here on 3rd down and 1, Daryl, they should get good field position with about 5.5 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was really gutsy. The quarterback from Culver Stockton ran around the end zone quite a bit, and they just, unfortunately for the Bobcats, weren't able to bring him down.
5:17 to go. Miles King, the junior college transfer, actually started at Central Methodist before transferring to Graceland. Now at 3rd down and 1, ball on their own 15-yard line. Tight end goes into motion. And now there's motion all over the place, and I believe Graceland's going to be looking. They are at 3rd down and 6. As they've struggled a little bit, Daryl, here in the second quarter with their
3rd down and 1 now becomes a 3rd
execution. 3rd down and 6 for Graceland. That's a big penalty because now they're going to have 3rd down and 6 from their own 10 instead of 3rd and 1 from the 15.
Would that transfer the student be following the coach, maybe going from Central Methodist to?
Well, the coach left Central Methodist in 2011.
Right.
So it might have been. He's a junior. Went 1 year to JUCO before coming.
Okay, yeah. Then he wouldn't have been there yet. Wouldn't have been there yet.
Might have been a recruit of his, though. during that process. Back to pass is King. He's in the end zone now, floating it upfield. He's got a receiver down there, and Logan Pabe and their feet get caught together and no call. I think the Bobcats got away with one there, Daryl, because the receiver was Deontay Brown. He was behind Logan Paben, looked like he had a chance for a big gain, and he gets tangled up with Paben and falls down. I really thought that could have easily been called pass interference on the Bobcats, and I would not have complained about that call.
No, but kind of makes up for that one earlier where the Peru State got penalized for the uncatchable pass. So I guess we're even this afternoon.
Tough call always for the officials. Well, Cody Thornton into punt, 4:31 remaining, and Jake Schluka and Logan Paven standing about midfield. Schluka is going to get it as he backs up to the 41. He's got to the 45, back to midfield, about an 11-yard return for Schluka. And the tackle on the play by Tyler Harden.
Also Tyler Harden, but the Castle.
Yeah, James Schluka from Milligan. A lot of Nebraska players on this team. In fact, Peru State has as many Iowa players starting as does Graceland, and both have 2 Iowans starting for each team.
Graceland, affiliated with the what used to be called the Reformed Mormon Church, now called the Community of Christ. It has a national recruiting base as a Community of Christ college. Peru State starts on the Graceland 49-yard line. And Eric Morrison-Smith has it for about 5, down to the 44 is where they're going to spot it. 2nd down and 5 for the Bobcats.
24, Austin Fulton.
So Graceland looked unstoppable. The first drive, they went 69 yards on 8 plays. The second drive, they went 68 yards on 2 plays. And since then, they've been shut out by this Bobcat defense. Bobcats would like to take the rest of this 3:48 off the clock because they get the ball to start the second half. So that would be the best scenario for the Bobcats. In the I formation, Eric Morrison-Smith gets the handoff, and he gets about 2 down to the 42-yard line before he is unceremoniously dumped by Josiah Smith, 6'2", 300 pounds, out of Burlington, North Carolina.
Yeah, Gary Connery, the kicker here for Peru State, was named the Male Athlete of the Month here at Peru State.
3rd down and 4. They only give him to the 43 as we get ready to tick under the 3-minute mark by the time this play is run. They're in the I formation. Spearman dots the I. Frank split to the near side. Pittman to the far side. Under center, Shepard now flips it out, and a nice catch by the big tight end. That was, for the Bobcats, that was Andrew Robinson, the freshman from California, Imperial Beach. He's all the way down to the 31-yard line.
He's going to be down.
And he's still down on the ground, Daryl.
30-yard line. For the Cats will have it 1st and 10.
So the Bobcats, who were 0 for 3 in the first quarter on 3rd down, now 2 for 3 in the second quarter, as they've done a better job extending drives. 2:55 to go. And Andrew Robinson still on the ground on the near sideline.
All 6 of the Bobcat runners.
He's now up on his feet, or he's not on his feet, but sitting up now.
The Cats were led by freshman Rachel Walker of Hartington. So congratulations.
So now
Lady Bobcat cross country.
Andrew Robinson is up on his own feet, and he walks off under his own power. So that's good to see. The freshman from Imperial Beach. Great catch as Bo Shepard just floated it over his shoulder. He went up and got it. It'll be now 1st down and 10 for the Bobcats at Graceland's 30-yard line. 2:55 remaining in the second quarter. Cats all 3 timeouts remaining. And they are in the veer with the 2 tight end set. Bo Shepard looks over the defense, goes under center, calls his count, pitches it to Trombley, who is in motion. Trombley fights to get back to the line of scrimmage. That play was blown up by Graceland's Billy Wendt, the senior linebacker from Bethany, Missouri.
And that was an exception with what we've seen today. That left side of the Bobcat line is able to open some holes, but in that case, it lost just about a yard trying to go around the left side.
So Andrew Robinson continues to stretch it out here on the near sideline as Brent Melvin, the Bobcat trainer, works with him. Frank split to the near side. He is the only wide receiver. Cats in that 2 tight end set in the veer. Under center is Bo Shepard.
Oh, 2 men in motion.
There was a lot of confusion on that play. 2 men were in motion simultaneously as both halfbacks went into motion. That's the second time we've seen that this year, Daryl. Play got no gain as Bo Shepard had nowhere to go and just carried it forward.
43 Travion Billings, but there are flags on the field.
So right now it would be a 47-yard field goal, and Graceland has their choice since it's illegal motion. 2 men in motion, whether to take the result of the play. It'll be 3rd down and 10 if they do. The ball right at the 30-yard line. That looks kind of amusing, except when it's your team. When you look down there and there's 2 guys going in motion running into each other. And Graceland they're still talking about the result of that play. Illegal shift is called. It is declined, and it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Bobcats. 2:01 remaining. They'll wind the clock. A.J. Floodman comes in for the Bobcats.
1 yard gain on the play.
So
chooses to decline the penalty.
Interesting choice to not take that penalty, because you're right at that range at 47 yards of what Greg Connery can hit. Marshall Klontz coming in late. There's only 15 seconds left on the play clock as he gets to the huddle.
They were down under 10 now already. The Bobcats just going to the line.
3 wide receivers, 5 seconds as they get set at the line. 3, 2, they do get it off. And Spearman gets it fed to him. It's thrown underneath to Trombley. He's got the first down inside the 20. Down to about the 13-yard line. That was an interesting play. They faked the option and then threw it underneath to Trombley.
I imagine it's supposed to be a shovel pass, but he had to get over a big lineman. It looked like almost a shot put over the lineman to get it to Trombley for that big first down.
So the Bobcats with a fresh set of downs now, 3 for 4 in the second quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And it's down about only a minute 32 to go here in the first half.
Bobcats, nice job with clock management, not leaving Graceland much time left when this drive's over. Eric Morrison-Smith gets the handoff. He gets nothing, maybe a yard, down to the 13. And Peru State immediately takes a timeout. We will take it with them. You're listening to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
Before investing your hard-earned money, make sure your financial advisor understands your objectives. Financial advisor David LeGrand with Raymond James Financial Services, located at 1720 South 11th Street, Nebraska City, has been assisting your community for many years. Whether you're needing stocks, tax-favored bonds, or a retirement plan overall, David LeGrand can help you. Call David LeGrand at 402-873-7477. House calls and consultations are free. Raymond James Financial Services, member FINRA, SIPC. Life well planned.
Bobcat Football, today's best country, B103.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. Peru State up 14-13. Doc Wininger with the play-by-play here along with Daryl Obermeyer. Cats take a timeout. 2nd down and 10 when we come back. They're at the Graceland 14-yard line. This game has been the game of streaks, if you will. Graceland scored their first 2 possessions of the game. They racked up almost 140 yards in the first 2 possessions on only 10 plays, and then have not scored since. The Bobcats have scored 14 unanswered. Difference in the game right now, a wide left extra point by Cody Thornton, the senior kicker from Graceland. Peru State comes out in the I formation on 2nd down and 10. Bo Shepard running option to the near side, keeps it himself. He's to the 10, down to about the 9 or 8 yard line. The 9, they're going to call it, and it's 3rd down and 5 for the Cats.
I was a little afraid of a fumble. He had the ball held out like a loaf of bread when he got hit, but he was able to hold on to the ball. Looks like an injury on the field.
There's a Graceland player down on the field, and here comes the Graceland training staff.
The Cats will be facing a 3rd down and 5.
And, Daryl, they want you to be able to see the Graceland training staff. I think maybe it's because of Breast Cancer October, but the 3 trainers with bright pink outfits. And with the Bobcat blue and Graceland blue and white and gold, those pink shirts really stand out. The injured player is Dion Betts, a freshman out of Miami. He is making his way under his own power, but it looks like he's got a shoulder that's bothering him as he is making his way off the far sideline, gets to the sideline and hits the ground holding his right arm. Now they're going to pull it out, pop that back into place on that right shoulder. They wind the clock. We go under a minute. And Bo Shepard now looking for the call from the sideline. It'll be 3rd down and 5 with the ball at the 9. Trombley dots the I. Eric Morrison-Smith is your fullback. Frink to the far side. Floodman to the near side. Under center is Shepard. He turns, hands the ball to Eric Morrison-Smith, and he's going to be short of the first down at about the 7-yard line.
Ball carried by Aaron Smith.
So the Bobcats now will have 3rd down, and they can run this down to about 3 seconds. The ball's at the 7, the 4th down. 4th down and 3, and they'll assuredly take the short field goal attempt. They're going to stand next to Steve Schneider, the head linesman is, and there is 1 second difference between the play clock and the game clock. There's 13 seconds on the game clock, 10 now, 1 second more on the game clock than the play clock. So Coach Schneider will take it down to about 3 or 4 seconds, and he's going to take his time out with 3 seconds remaining. We'll take a quick 30. We'll be back with the last 3 seconds of the first half after this timeout. You listen to Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
That sound usually means rain, which is a welcome guess, but it can also mean damaging winds and hail that can do damage to your car's windshield or body. If your car gets caught up in a storm, call Strigo's Southside Body Shop. Strigo's has been replacing windshields, removing dents, and restoring automobile finishes for years. With ASC certified technicians, computer-matched paint, and a state-of-the-art paint booth, Strigo's Southside Body Shop in Auburn will have your car restored to its original condition in no time.
Your home for today's best country and Peru State athletics. KBIE Auburn, Nebraska City. B103 and B103.FM.
Welcome back to the Oak Bowl. 3 seconds left in the first half. Peru State up 14-13. They will get the ball to start the second half, so they can tack on 3 here and then get the ball to start the second. Ball's going to be placed at the 14. It's a 24-yard attempt by Greg Conry. Alan Barnes, the center. Marshall Klontz, the holder. The snap is good. The placement's good. The kick by Conry is up. It's long enough, and it is good. That's your halftime score. Peru State leads at 17-13. We will be back with halftime after this timeout. This is Bobcat Football on B103 Sports.
That sound